நீதான் இனிஷியல். அவ ஆனஸ்ட் இல்ல, நீ ஆனஸ்டா இருக்கியா? நீ ஆனஸ்டா, அவ ஆனஸ்டா இருக்குன்னா நீ ஈரு. எனக்கு ஃபெசிலிட்டி இல்ல, எனக்கு இன்டர்நெட் இல்ல. அப்ப சொன்னேன் சன்னுதான் இந்த டேட்டா கார்டு எல்லாம் வாங்கி கொடுத்தது, லேப்டாப் வாங்கி கொடுத்தாப்ல. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? நம்ம வந்து மனம் இருந்தா மார்க்கம், மனம் இருந்தா வழி இருக்கு. இப்ப 2004 எங்க போனாலும் பேசுவாங்க சைபர் கிரைம் எழுதுன. எனக்கு வந்து இப்ப என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா ஒரு பயிற்சி மேல ஆகி போச்சு. எந்த நியூஸும் படிக்க மாட்டேன், சைபர் கிரைம் நியூஸ் தான் படிப்பேன், வேற எதுவும் படிக்க மாட்டேன். இதோட இன்னொரு கேஸ் அபார்ஷன் கேஸ், அது ஒரு சின்னமா சொல்லிடுறாங்க, நிறைய அட்ஜுடிகேஷன் கேஸ். இது வந்து ஃபிஷிங். அந்த ஃபிஷிங் கேஸ்ல என்ன ஆகுதுன்னாக்க, அவன் வந்து உமாசங்கர் வந்து ஐடி எக்ஸ்பர்ட், அவனுக்கு மெயில் வருது. மெயில் வந்து ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அது ஃபிஷிங்கா ஐசிஐசி பேங்க்ல வந்து ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. 6 லட்சம் அவர் அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருக்கு. ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணோடனே இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை த்ரெட் பண்றது மாறி ஆயிட்டீங்க. எப்படி கேட்பாங்க, அவன் வித்துட்டு திருடிட்டு இன்னொரு மும்பைக்காரன் கொடுத்தாலும் அவன் தான் பணம் கட்டான். இந்த மும்பைக்காரன் 6 லட்சம் அது அவன்கிட்ட போகுது. இப்ப எனக்கு என்னன்னா, இந்த கம்ப்ளைண்ட் அக்யூஸ்டுக்கு பயமே கிடையாது. ஒரு பிட்பாக்கெட் அடிக்கிறவனா கூட பயம் இருக்கும், தனியே அடிச்சுப்போம். ஏன்னா மாட்டா தர்மடி, இங்க மாட்டவும் மாட்டோமே. ஆனா யாரு வந்து கருக்கான விக்டிம் தான். இந்த உமாசங்கர் எங்க கொடுக்கறது கம்ப்ளைண்ட், அங்க ஓடுறது இங்க ஓடுறது. தூத்துக்குடி அவளை இருக்கிறது துபாயில, தூத்துக்குடியில ஒரு பேங்க், அங்க ஒரு விட்டா சைபர் கிரைம் அப்படி சுத்தி போறான், அப்படி டச்சே பண்ண மாட்டான். இப்படி சுத்தி சைபர் சர்வீஸ் சிபிசிஐடில நாம வந்து டிஎஸ்பி வரும்போது டைம் டிலே ஆயிடுச்சு. 90 நாளைக்கு வேண்டாம் அங்க டேட்டா வைக்க மாட்டான். அதனால யாரும் முதல்ல உன்னுடைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை திருடனானோ அது இல்லை, முடிஞ்சு போச்சா. அடுத்தது பணம் எடுத்தான்ல அவன் ஒருத்தன் தான், அவன் கேஷா எடுத்து 4 லட்சம் எடுத்தான், 1.5 லட்சம் மிச்சம் இருக்குது. இதுல வந்து என்னன்னாக்க, என்ன கூட கம்ப்ளைண்ட் வந்தா காகனிசபிள் எஃப்ஐஆர் போடுறேன்னாக்க, அவங்க மேலதிகாரி என்ன இருக்கிறத சொல்லிதான் நான் மேலதிகாரி பேசக்கூடாதுல்ல. என்னையா நீ கூட போட்டுக்கிட்டே போவியா? கேஸ்னா கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், கேஸ்னா கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் எங்க சொல்லிருக்கு? கேஸ்னா எஃப்ஐஆர் தானே போடணும்னு சொல்லிருக்கு. ப்ராசஸ் தான் நம்ம கையில, ரிசல்ட் நம்ம கையில இருக்கா? கிடையாது. நம்ம இன்வெஸ்டிகேஷன் பண்ணுவோம்னாக்க எனக்கு கெட்ட பேர் எடுத்துட்டா கூட நான் பரவாயில்ல, எல்லாத்தையும் வந்து என்னுடைய இதுல வந்து எவ்வளவு பிரச்சனை ரிசீவ் பண்ண என்ன பண்ண போடுறேன். இதை வந்து நானே வந்து டிலேவா பண்ணா கூட ரிஜிஸ்டர் பண்ண எஃப்ஐஆர் போடுறப்ப என்னுடைய ஆக்ஷன்லாம் கால் போயிட்டே இருக்கும். ஏன்னா லீகலா தான் வந்து நீங்க எஃப்ஐஆர் போட்டாதான் கொடுக்கணும்னு இருக்கு. ஒரு இமெயில் வாங்கிட்டு பார்லிமெண்ட்டுக்கு வருது, நான் லீவ்ல இருக்கேன், அந்த ப்ரொவைடர் போன் பண்ணி சார் இந்த மெயில் ஆர்டினேட்டர் திருநெல்வேலி வெளியிட்டான், நான் எஃப்ஐஆர் போட்டேன்னா ரேப்போர்ட் கமிஷனர் சொல்றேன் சார் இது நம்ம இல்ல, அப்பா நம்ம தப்பிச்சோம், இது அதுலதான் இருக்காங்க. அப்ப லீகல்ங்கிறது என்னன்னாக்க, நான் சார் எஃப்ஐஆர் போட்டுட்டா போட்டு இருக்கு, எஃப்ஐஆர் போடலன்னா போட்டு இல்ல. ஆனா எஃப்ஐஆர் போடணும்னு தான் நான் சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா நான் எவிடன்ஸ் கொடுக்கும்போது அதுல நிக்கிறது கூட சார்லாம் ரொம்ப மேக்னிட்டி ஜட்ஜ் செய்வாங்க. ஏன்னா ஏன் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுத்தோட ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணல, இதை ஒன்றும் மாத்த முடியாது. கம்ப்யூட்டர் அப்படியே டாக்குமெண்ட் பண்ணணும், மனிதர்கள் வந்து டாக்குமெண்ட்டும் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, மறதியும் இருக்கு, அவங்களை இன்ஃபுளுன்ஸ் பண்ணிடலாம், அது இது பண்ண முடியாது. ஆனா இதுலயும் தப்புதான். அது திரும்ப திரும்ப சொன்னா என்ன, போலீஸ்ல நம்ம அடிக்கடி கிளாஸ் எடுப்பேன், நீ வந்து லா என்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்டா இல்ல சுப்பீரியர் என்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்டா, சுப்பீரியர் என்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் சார் இதுதான் சார் இமீடியட்டா டேஞ்சர் வரும். இமீடியட் டேஞ்சர் எது வருது, இமீடியட் ஹாப்பினஸ் எது வருது, இப்படித்தான் பாக்குறாங்க. இந்த நிலம் மாறணும். இப்ப இதனால இந்த கேரக்டருக்கெல்லாம் இதை பாராட்டுறதுக்கு எனக்கு ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பம் கொடுத்து இந்த பாராட்டு விழா ஏற்படுறதுக்கு எனக்கு திரும்ப திரும்ப ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் ப்ராஜெக்ட் 84 வயசுல அவருக்கு சொல்லணும்னாக்க அது ஒரு அருள்ராஜனை பாராட்டணும்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கு. ஏன்னா அப்ப போய் ஜெயிச்சா பாராட்டா வேற மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. இப்ப ரிட்டையர் நாங்க 4 பேருமே சீனியர் சிட்டிசன், இதுல எங்களுக்கு பாராட்ட கொடுத்து இதை வச்சு நாங்க எதுவும் பண்ண போறதில்ல. இப்ப ஜெயிக்க வந்துட்டாங்க, இதெல்லாம் இப்ப 70 வயசு எனக்கு, என்னை விட வந்து எல்லாருமே கூடதான். ஆனா இதை வந்து என்னன்னா, இதனால ஒரு மெசேஜ், நீங்க சைலண்ட் ஸ்பெக்டேட்டரா இருக்க கூடாது. அவர் சொல்லுவாங்க வீட்டுல கூட சைலண்ட் ஸ்பெக்டேட்டர், அவங்க ஒரு வேர்டு சொல்லுவாங்க, வாய் மூடுங்க, அது ஒரு வேர்டு, வாய் மூடுங்க. ஏன்னா சைடு சொல்லி நீங்க பிரசிடண்டாவே இல்ல, அவரு பிரசிடண்டாக நீங்க, எனக்கு பர்ஃபெக்ஷன்ங்கிறது முக்கியம். அது வந்து என்னுடைய ரத்தத்துல வளர்ந்துருக்கு. அதை நான் சைலண்ட் ஸ்பெக்டேட்டரா இருக்காது. நீங்க இப்ப வர்றீங்க, நீங்க எல்லாம் அம்பாசிடர் மாதிரி கூட்டம் இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கனால நீங்க போய் சொல்லணும், என்ன சொல்லணும், இது இண்டிவிஜுவல் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி தான். இது இல்ல அது இல்லைன்னா சொல்லாங்க, எது இல்லைன்னாலும் நம்ம செஞ்சிருக்கோம்ல, அதுவும் இல்ல கம்ப்யூட்டர்னால கிடையாது. அப்புறம் நான் வந்து அவருக்கு விஜயகுமாரின்னு சொல்லணும். எனக்கு வந்து 2004 நான் ஒரு கோர்ஸ் போய் படிச்சேன்ல, எனக்கு பாடம் எடுப்பாரு, நான் ஈவினிங்ல போவேன். ஏன்னா எனக்கு தான் ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது, கம்ப்யூட்டர்னா கிட்டக்க போக மாட்டேன். சன்னுட்டாக கம்ப்யூட்டர் இருந்தா கூட பாப்பா கிட்டக்கமா ஐயோ அது வேண்டான்னு. இவர் வந்து பொறுமையா சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு, வெளியாக பொறுமையா சொல்லுவாங்க, வீட்டுல வந்து கொஞ்சம் வேகமா சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாங்க. அப்புறம் ஏன்னா அப்புறம் வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கிறத சொல்லிடுறேன், ஒவ்வொரு வெற்றிக்கு பின்னால ஒத்துருப்பாங்க. எனக்கு வெற்றிக்கு இருப்பது முன்னால இருக்கிறாங்க அன்பு கலைச்செல்வி. எனக்கு கூட அது நான் ஒரே இதுல சொல்லி இம்மிடியா அது எல்லாருமே ஜட்ஜிட்டே நீங்க இப்படி கூட இருந்தா வாங்கிட்டு நீங்க இப்படி சொல்றீங்க அவங்கள பார்த்தா நீங்க என்ன ஆச்சரியப்படுவீங்க அவ்வளவு இது இருக்கதான் செய்யறாங்க. இதனால இது ஒரு மெசேஜ் போகணுங்கிறதா எனக்கு. இப்ப முன்னால மனைவின்னு சொன்னேன், அதுக்கு முன்னால எங்க அம்மா இல்ல இப்ப நோம்பு சொல்லிடணும் இந்த பையன் ஒய்ஃபை பத்தி பேசுறா அப்படின்னு டாக்டர் அவங்க எல்லாரும் சன்னு அவங்களாம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு டைம் கிடையாது, அதனால எல்லாரும் செய்யறாங்க. இந்த சைபர் கிரைம்னா எனக்கு ஒரு வெறித்தனமா நான் இருப்பேன். அது எதையாவது ஒரு பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் அவேர்னஸ். இப்ப இதுல ஸ்பான்சர் பாருன்னு சொன்னல, இப்ப இதுல என்ன எனக்கு எப்போதுமே அது என்ன தஞ்சாவூர் சாப்பாடு போடாம அனுப்பிவிட்டாரு அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. சாப்பாடு இல்லாம ஒரு பாக்கியா மனிதன் சாப்பாடு போடணும், அதுக்கு என்ன சம்பளம் பரவாயில்ல, வீட்டுல கொடுத்துறாங்க ஒண்ணு இல்லைன்னா நான் கொடுக்குறேன்னாங்க, ஒண்ணும் வேண்டாம் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஆள் இருக்கு, அது ஒண்ணு இல்ல. ஒரு வார்த்தை முழு பேசுறா 2 பேர் அவர் சகோதரர் ஒருத்தர் இருக்காரு, அவரு 10,000 கொடுத்தாரு, சொல்லக்கூடாது சொல்றது சொல்லிதான். அப்புறம் இவரு இன்னும் பண்ணாங்க, இன்னொரு நாள் கொடுப்ப 10,000 அனுப்பிச்சுடுறாரு. இப்படி ஒண்ணுமே பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இதுக்கு நிறைய பேர் நான் சொல்றேன், மேடம் எந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் இருக்கோ நான் சார்ஜ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா இந்த டயத்தை அவங்க ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணவே மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. எதுக்கு 3 மணி நேரமா 3 மணி நேரம் ஜெயிக்க வைக்க போறியா, 3 மணி நேரம் அதெல்லாம் நடக்காது. டயத்தை விட இதுல கத்துக்கிட்டு போறீங்கல்ல, அது ஒரு சாப்பாடு எதுவுமே சார்ஜ் பண்ணாமதான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். இது வரைக்கும் பிரபாகரன் நிறைய ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணிருக்காரு, தியாகராஜன் ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, எல்லாருமே ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அவரு ராஜாராமும் நல்லா பண்ணிருக்காரு. நிறைய உள்ளங்கள் இருக்கு, நல்லவங்க இருக்காங்க, நல்லவங்க இல்லாம கிடையவே கிடையாது. அதனால இது எனக்கு வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்து அதிகமா பேசுறதுக்கு எனக்கு பிரசிடண்ட் எனக்கு அது ஏதாவது இது பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
அடுத்து திரு நா. விஜய் சங்கர்.
It's indeed a pleasure to share some of my thoughts in this august audience. Cyber Society of India is very close to me because it was one of the early activities which I started in 2004 as founder secretary, because I was working under the principle that we have to see that there is a responsible cyber society. That is, after 2000, when the Act came, we started recognizing the internet society as a cyber society, and we wanted, in fact, my website navi.org has a tagline, let us build a responsible cyber society. That is how this concept of cyber society as an organization came up. There were a lot of people who helped me in making it a reality, and I'm very happy that after 20 years, what I started at that time is now thriving, and it is coming back to me. In fact, that is the greatest satisfaction as one can have. Same way, I first met Mr. Balu in the police training college, I think, in the Ashok Nagar police training college. There was a time in 2000 when police training college was looking for somebody to conduct a training program for police who had no idea of computer and computer crimes and so on. So we designed, I personally designed a 3-week program starting from the basics of computer to cyber crimes to digital signature usage, the evidence and so on. He was one of the persons in the very first batch, I suppose. And I'm happy to say that he was also responsible for so many developments in cyber crime investigation, other things. So that is again something which gives me a lot of satisfaction. So this is the background. Now, coming to this two specific historical cases, what I call it as historical cases. One is the Suhas-Katti case. Second is the adjudication of Umashankar versus ICICI Bank. Both are actually textbook material. In fact, these in national or school examinations, questions are set on these cases. Why it is so? If we reflect, 20 years back, or 2004, 18 years back, when a case like Suhas-Katti came, understand that we are talking of a crime which is about a writing on Yahoo groups. There is something called groups.yahoo.com. Where is it? That is in cyberspace. Where is that server? We don't know. Yahoo server somewhere else is there. In that server, groups.yahoo.com, there is one group called Radha Lovers. In that group, there is a message number 8365. That is the scene of crime, piece of crime, or whatever is that. That message, whatever was there, that was the one which was defamatory to a lady who came with a complaint saying that I am receiving telephone calls from somebody. Okay. Now, who is that somebody? We didn't know. At that time, caller's ID was not common. So we told them, first find out the caller's ID. I think she purchased the caller's ID equipment, found out, and then Balu spoke to that person, and from there we came to know that there was a Yahoo group message in which something like this is there. Then the question which normally comes is, how do we get conviction in a court of law? It is not enough if you find out. Of course, we got the IP address at that time. Again, so today I am working in the field of privacy. Because of privacy, investigations have become more challenging. At that time, in that group message, Yahoo group message, there itself you could find the header, and there itself you could find the IP address, and that IP address you could immediately resolve and say this belongs to so and so PSNL account in Bombay. Today it is not possible because everybody says privacy, therefore IP address is not visible. Privacy is being used to actually protect the criminals. This is, I have been telling this for a long time. Today, if you get an email from Gmail, police cannot find out what is the originating IP address. You have to send a CRPC notice and wait for 3 months for Google to tell us. At that time, fortunately, it was not there. I remember another case where within half an hour, we came to the crime scene. As soon as the email was traced, I said, this is the IP address, this is the address. We came to DTH, digital DTH. Then there Balu came from his side, I came from Tinagar, and from there, fortunately, we convinced that official to give the address of the client. Within 20 minutes, we were there in the house, which was in Tinagar, where the criminal, calling a criminal, he was a boy. He had not come out of the computer. So we were able to go to the scene of crime before the person had left. That was the time. Today, it is not possible because privacy. Nobody wants to give the IP address this thing, but here it was possible. So we went and arrested and all that happened. But then in the court, evidence has to be admitted. Now, how do we get this evidence admitted? That in the Information Technology Act in 2000, they amended the Indian Evidence Act to put in this section 65B, but nobody understood what is section 65B. Under section 65B, if a proper certification is made, the evidence is admissible without the production of the original. There is no need for the original, and that was how we presented the section 65B certified evidence. This Subhas Katti case is not only important for being the first conviction under the Information Technology Act, but as the first case in India where section 65B certificate was accepted as evidence and resulted in conviction. After this, 2012 only Supreme Court in the Bashir versus Anwar case validated this section 65B. 2004, Mr. Arulraj did not have that support of the Supreme Court. It was his own personal decision. That is why I have in one of my articles said he is the unsung hero as far as the nobody understands the importance of the decision on that day. As a magistrate, I accept this evidence. In fact, cross-examination was there. Who is Vijay Shankar? He is not a government appointed person. How can he give a certificate? We said that that is not there in section 65B. In fact, in his judgment, it is there. It is not necessary that he should be a government appointed person. So, several things which we debate in section 65B was raised in that, and he was satisfied And that is the historic nature of this particular case. Of course, there was another case which followed, where also he actually put a very important precedent. He created. People interested, you please go to my site navi.org and just type unsung hero. You will get that article. So that is the importance as far as this case is concerned to me. It must be remembered as a, give any cooperation. They did not get the client's address properly, or they had wrong addresses, and police investigation could not easily proceed. We went about recovering the money through the process which is there in section 46 of Information Technology Act. Another very, very unique feature of Information Technology Act. We invoked that when we came to the IT secretary here, at that time Mr. Davida was the IT secretary. We were fortunate that he was the person there. So many of the difficulties we anticipated did not arise because Davida was there. Because unless he understands it, it is difficult. In fact, I have encountered more problems in other cases, even in Karnataka, but here we had the fortune of Mr. Davidar who was handling that particular case. The only thing is, when we went there with the DD, adjudicator of Tamil Nadu, they said we don't have such account. There was no such account actually in the treasury. So we changed it into IT secretary, and then as he was telling, at that time, my practice in all these applications, adjudication applications are a simple application, 8 points. But I used to write details and it used to become a book, that is different. But there, we used to add sections of Information Technology Act, because everywhere we have to say, sir, you are the judge. So you are the civil judge up to 1 crore, no other civil court has got the right. And I cannot go to a civil court because that can be dismissed there. So you are the person. So he used to, that's what I was telling. We are educating the IT secretary, but Davidas was not the person who needed too much of such thing. But definitely, first copy of the IT Act was bought by the IT department after our application landed there. Okay. Then of course the trial went on. It took 2 years, actually 4 months it should be completed, 2 years, 2010, we got a favorable verdict from the adjudicator. But obviously the other party went to the appellate tribunal. Unfortunately, appellate tribunal we got stuck for 7-8 years because the cyber appellate tribunal chairperson retired 3 days before he had resolved the judgment. He had resolved the judgment for July 3 and June 30th. He also knew he would probably he expected continuation. We also expected that. But it didn't happen, and 8 years it got stuck until the TDSAT came. All these appellate tribunals were all in Delhi. So this particular adjudication was in Chennai. I used to come from Bangalore to Chennai. This party was in Bengal. But at least Chennai was accessible. But next, this thing were all in Delhi. And finally, when in 2017, Cyber Appellate Tribunal was merged with TDSAT, and the case passed on there. We had Shiv Shakti Das Singh, okay, retired Supreme Court judge who was the chairperson there, and quickly, there in 4 months it got clear. Fortunately, there also we got in our favor. In this case, what happened? We brought in. I was the person who was a power of attorney holder and argued everything. Mr. Ranganath came in when the High Court here had to take up the next appeal. At that time, High Court had some difficulty in having a party in person represented by a power of attorney. And there were some technical issues about the power of attorney. And anyway, Mr. Ranganath helped me there. But what we had done was, I was an ex-banker, so I had put all my banking law knowledge into my petition. Contract Act, the banker customer relationship, digital signature, paying bankers negligence, collecting bankers negligence, then various other aspects. It would have been very difficult for a person without banking law knowledge to actually bring all those things. So there was no possibility of our written arguments being countered. Okay, but remember, we encountered very senior advocates on the other side, particularly in the appellate tribunal. The person who was arguing for ICICI Bank is today a judge in Delhi High Court. So you can imagine, there he is a senior person. The chairperson is from the judicial community. They respect him. I am an novice, okay, I am not a lawyer, but still, I have to actually stand only on the facts of the case. And I hope it is my fortune that the persons who are sitting in the judicial chair were able to listen to a novice talking about it, because the fact was something which could not be refused. Same way, when it came to this High Court, I was very, very apprehensive. What will happen next? Fortunately, okay, after a long wait and the judgment was reserved for a long time, finally they dismissed ICICI Bank's appeal. It proved that even in a phishing case, where the person has admitted having given the information, it's an admitted phishing case, the negligence of the bank as an intermediary, if it is weighed along with the negligence of the customer who could not distinguish a phishing email from a genuine email, which is difficult for most of us. Okay. If the two are weighed, it is concluded finally that negligence of the bank was much higher. Therefore, the balance of paper should be on the intermediary. Bank should pay this money to this client. Bank can go and recover the money from the person who stole it, because he was the customer of the same bank in Bombay. 3 years later, that is when the case was going on in Cyber Appellate Tribunal, then the police were able to locate this person, arrest him, and criminal case is going on. We always said we are not bothered about criminal case. We want our money back because it was a banking fraud. So this judgment from High Court came only on November 9th, I think. So very recent. Again, as somebody was telling, everything is happening in Chennai. Chennai is the forerunner for post-pending case as well as this. Whatever may be the reason, I am happy that I was in Chennai for 20 plus years. At that time, we were actively cooperating with the cybercrime, and Balu was responding. See, otherwise today if we go, we tell some cybercrime DSP, I am here to give you consultants. But who will take out consultancy? Okay, he was a person who was able to accept our consultancy, and my room in Tinagar was the cyber forensic center at that time. There was no other forensic center. Okay. But from there, not only this, several other investigations were done. Unfortunately, some of those cases are coming now. Okay. Magistrate level this thing. I myself have forgotten. So that is something which all of you know. In this particular case, within 1 week, his arrest happened, and within 7 months, decision was there. Today, some of those cases are coming after 15 years for the first trial in the magistrate court. Obviously, conviction will not happen in those cases. So these are some of my observations as an outsider on both civil and criminal this thing. If we have more people like Mr. Balu in the investigation, then people like Arulraj, people like Kollywood, something like that, then technology will help you solve crimes. Don't blame technology. Technology is definitely creates opportunities for the criminal, but it also creates opportunities for investigation. And our law, Information Technology Act, whoever because of the Section 65B is capable of bringing in evidence without the need to seize a hard disk lying somewhere in USA or something like that and carry on the trial. And because of this, there is a very possibility that cyber crimes can be curtailed, mitigated. But as I told you, one of the developments is this increased importance to privacy, which sometimes creates a problem. Only people who have worked in the law enforcement will know why this particular issue is there. Of course, I am also into privacy and data protection, but I have always been with the law enforcement to say that there must be exceptions and other things. If that is taken care of, we have a bright future for cybercrime investigations. And I wish people who are here, including Explora and Spin, who have supported this activity. For them, this is not a cyber law related activity. Cyber society at least is directly involved. For them to come and support this is purely an appreciation of the cause of the society. If this happens, it is good for software people, it is good for the society in general. With that, they have come forward to support this. So, on behalf of people like us who have been working on this benefit for cyber society for 20 plus years, 1998 I started my work. 2000 the act came, 1998 only a draft act called e-commerce act came. I started working from that time to this day. So definitely I should appreciate all those people who have made things possible for people like us to do. Otherwise we will be crying wilderness. Okay. And people like Balu who have not only done that now, his idea of organizing this meet was to ensure that there is awareness built on the fact that this is possible. Cybercrime investigation is possible. If it was possible in 2004, it should be possible in 2022. Okay. People are more aware now. Policemen are being trained with FBI and others. They are capable. Okay, so it is possible. That is one of the things. And also that people who have lost money in banks and other things, they can be optimistic that there is a system called adjudication. Hopefully it will be more efficient in terms of time. It should not take 12 years for others. For us, it was like around 14 years, okay, to reach to this stage. And all these 14 years, the victim also supported us. Of course, we didn't charge him for any fees except the traveling cost and other things he used to bear. I would say I cannot go to Delhi at my cost, that kind of thing. He used to support that. But other than that, we didn't charge. But still, to retain that optimism, something will happen. I think it was good for him also. In fact, I wanted him actually to be present today, but he is in Abu Dhabi, so he could not come. So he supported us, and so far we have reached this. Same way as you said, this lady coming to the police station and making a complaint was necessary. Without that, it could not go further. So I think we should recognize that only when all these people come together, we will have a better thing. And this awareness should reach people who are in the press here. I think should take this to the people, give them confidence that it is you can be optimistic. Okay, don't get disheartened. Perhaps that is the message I think this particular event should give. Thank you.
Retired Deputy Collector and Practicing Advocate, Madras High Court. Read the citation of Retired District Judge Mr. Arulraj.
Mr. Bhuvaneswaran, retired Mr. Arulraj, retired district judge. The contributions of Mr. D. Arulraj in the development of cyber jurisprudence in India is very remarkable one. He was instrumental in awarding first conviction in the cybercrime case. He served as a judicial magistrate and district munsif at Nagarkoil, Ernial, Takkalai from 1992 to 1997. Srivilluputtur from 1997 to 2001. He was a surgeon, also, and Kollywood, and additional chief metropolitan magistrate and Chief Metropolitan Magistrate from 2003 to 2006. Finally, Principal District Judge from 2012 to 2014 at Delhi. After retirement, 2 years, he served as Master Court Judge in High Court, Chennai, 2016 to 2018. Now serving as Panel Arbitrator, High Court of Madras.
இது சர்வர்ல ஒருத்தன் ஹேக் பண்றான், ஏன் பேங்க் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறான்? இதுல ரொம்ப டிலே ஆகி போச்சு. டிலே ஆனதான் நான் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. கம்ப்ளைண்ட் வந்து டிலே. அவன் என்ன செய்யறான்? உன் வீட்டுல திருட்டு போச்சு. யார் சொல்றா? பேங்க் போன் பண்ணி, ஐயா உன் வீட்டுல 6 லட்சம், அவனுக்கே தெரியாது. தெரியாம 6 லட்சம் போனது பேங்க் தான் சொல்லுது. நீ ஏன் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுக்க வேண்டியதானா? அது நாங்க கொடுக்க மாட்டோம். பணத்தை சேஃப்டிக்கு தானங்க பேங்க்ல கொண்டாந்து வச்சோம். நீங்க எதுக்கு கொடுக்க மாட்டீங்களா? பேங்க்ல சொல்றது நம்ம எதுவுமே பார்ப்பாங்க. நீங்க அந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சீங்கன்னா விக்டிமே உங்க பணத்தை கொடுத்துட்டோம், இவங்க டிலே கொடுத்து இவங்க எங்க கொடுக்கறது தெரியாம ரொம்ப நாள் இருந்துச்சு, எல்லாமே போச்சு. எல்லாம் அவன் அக்யூஸ் அப்ஸ்டாண்டிங் மட்டும் ஒரு அக்யூஸ் யாரு? அந்த இப்ப டேட்டா திருடணும், இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் திருட்டு பாட்டு ஆயிட்டு அவன் வித்துட்டு போயிட்டான். ரொம்ப குறைச்ச வரைக்கும் இதை இவன் எடுத்து இவன் வந்து அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கான். இவனை போய் நாங்க அரெஸ்ட் பண்றதுக்கு இவன் அப்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆயிட்டான். பேங்க்ல ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது, கேவிஸ் கிடையாது, ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த சார்ஜ் ஷீட் போட்டா இன்னும் கேஸ் நடக்குது. கேட்கறாங்க, ஏதாவது ஜட்ஜி கேட்டாருன்னா இன்னும் நடக்குதான், இன்னும் ஆரம்பிக்கவே இல்லை. அவன் என்ன சொன்னான்? ஏதாவது பணத்தை கட்டிடுறப்பா, அந்த 6 லட்சம் நானே கொடுத்துறேன், இந்த விட்டுருக்கா எனக்கு திருநா வந்தான் இந்த 4 லட்சம் எடுத்துறேன். அது எதுக்கு சொல்றேன்னாக்க பேங்கே இனிஷியேட் பண்ணணும். இந்த மாதிரி இதுல வந்து விக்டிம் போய் ஏன் ட்ரெடிஷனை கம்பேர் பண்ணுங்கிற, என் பணத்தை கொண்டு உன் பேங்க்ல வச்சிருக்கேன், எல்லாம் கத்திய காட்டியோ ஏதோ ஒரு திருடிட்டு போயிட்டான், லூட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டான்னு கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்க. இதுல மட்டும் ஏன் டிஜிட்டல்ல மாத்தி யோசிக்கிறீங்க? சார் அது அவங்கதான் சார் கொடுக்கணும். ஏன் நீ திருட்டு போறதா நீதான் ஏன் சொல்ற? நீ புரியா கம்ப்ளைண்ட் தெரியாம போகுதுன்னு சொன்னேன். அது ஒரு சஜஷன் சொல்லிடுங்க.
So I'm Raman, advocate. I'm honored to give citation for Mr. Balu. So very few things in this world got its activity as a name. For example, Delta, Dalda, Xerox, like that. So Sar got a name called Cyber Balu because of his contribution in that. So about Mr. Balu Swaminathan, he has about 34 years of experience in law enforcement, out of which 6 years into cyber law related activities. So he has invested cases on various types like hacking, phishing, pornography, threatening, online cheating, all those things. So he holds a PG diploma in cybercrime and information security from Madras University. That's what he was mentioning, that he was studying by 2005 when he was working. He was a former president of Cyber Society of India for 3 years between 2018 and 2021. His family includes Mrs. Kalai, who is an advocate in Madras High Court. His son Premchandra Balu is a director in Oracle. His wife Saranya Devi, daughter Ritika Balu, who is a development manager in IBM, and son-in-law who is Mr. Venkatraman, working as a professor with VIT. He is also blessed with 2 sons and 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. So regarding his important trainings, so he has undergone training related to cybercrime training with the National Institute of Finance Management, conference on new technologies and opportunities and risk management in Singapore, best practices in cybercrime investigation with the Hong Kong police based conducted at Mumbai, discussions on credit and debit card frauds conducted by Visa in Singapore, email investigation and digital forensics conducted by GEQD at Hyderabad, international conference on cybercrime by Interpol conducted at New Delhi, computer forensics seizing and imaging of digital evidences conducted by CERTIN in New Delhi. This is part of CBI, and computer enterprise investigation conference in USA. This is done after his retirement because of his personal interest. National conference on cyber security at Kerala, and investigation of cyber crimes in Mysore, and a national seminar on visual crime analysis techniques in Gujarat. So he has also done cybercrime training in Police Training Academy, Chennai. So his honorable work has been recognized by various awards he has earned. So he has got the India Cyber Cup Award in 2005 runner by NASCAR. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Medal for Excellence in Investigation, he got it in 2005. Presidents of India Police Medal for his meritorious service in 2009. And Voice of Wasla is recognized by NGO of former police officers based on Coimbatore. Of confidential information is again an IT related work, and online novel cheating case, a woman accused in Bangalore by 2008, and Umar Shankar Shivasubramanian versus ICICI Bank case, first adjudicated case, and the Nigerian lottery scam. He must be the first person to arrest somebody related to Nigerian scam. Cyber stalking case, he got convicted. So current activities, he is spreading awareness in security related things through Cyber Society of India. He is an advisor for admin public relations hand in hand India. He is a guest faculty for Tamil Nadu Police Academy. Life member for South Asian Society of Criminology and Victimology. He is a life member for Senior Citizen Support Forum. So life member for Indian Society of Criminology. Life member former Police Officers Association 1976 batch. For visiting faculty at Anna Administrative Staff College, and taken sessions in ISACA and IFSCI, participation in so he has also okay. So sir is so here. Okay. So he has done lots of contributions. So it's his basic citations.
I request Mr. Durai Kannayan, Joint Treasurer SIC, read the citation of Mr. Yatna Vijay Shankar, Cyber Consultant.
Good afternoon all. I am Durai Kannayan, Joint Secretary of SIC. I am going to talk about our novice sir for his lifetime achievement award citation. Mr. Navi, now we will be calling shortly Navi Vijay Shankar, the man with the mission, a pioneer in the field of cyber law in India, with the motto, let us create a responsible cyber society. Author of many books in cyber law, cyber crime, IT Act, Personal Data Protection Act in India. He is founder of Navi.org, which he mentioned in his talk some 22 years back, and which is second premier cyber law portal in India. If you want anything related to cyber crime or cyber law related thing, you can refer Navi.org. Founder Secretary of SIC. He was the lifetime member and founder chairman of FDPPI, Federation of Data Protection Professionals in India. Founder of Cyber Law College, the first virtual educational institution in India dedicated to cyber law education. Mr. Navi making history by introducing web-based services on section 64(5)(b), certification of electronic documents through a site called ceac.in, and on arbitration services ODRglobal.in in 2004. Conceptualized data valuation standard of India, data protection complaint standard of India, and data trust codes, which are going to be implemented soon. Presently pursuing new rights registration in India. A thought leader of theory of data to explain techno-legal aspects of data. He introduced the concept of Digital Society Day on every year 17th October, marking the notification of IT Act 2000 and the legal recognition of Digital Society of India. And there are various achievements and awards, one of them which we are discussing since the morning. Submitted the first digital witness certification in a criminal court, and state of Tamil Nadu versus Subhaskati case, where Section 65B certified evidence was produced for the first time in India. Successfully carried out through the historical adjudication case, which we were discussing since morning, Umar Shankar versus ICICI Bank, involving adjudicator of Tamil Nadu, the Cyber Appellate Tribunal, the Telecom Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal, and Madras High Court, which we fought for 14 years, and we recently got some justification on this. And Award of Excellence in Public was given by Dana Bank and PR Syndicate, along with a title, Cyber Law Guru of India. Successfully trained many data protection consultants and auditors on global and regional data privacy and protection regulations. Mr. Navi, his academic and work profile, some, I think 50 years ago, he got his post-graduation in physics, and he's a certified independent auditor, FDPPA qualified data auditor, visiting faculty in numerous institutions including NLSUI and BMS Law College, guest lecturer in National Police Academy, managing director of Ujjwala Consultants Private Limited, author of various books in cyber law and data protection, hundreds of hours of training, even during COVID time, he has conducted on cyber law, data privacy and protection. He has many laurels, being with Abdul Kalam, our governor of Telangana and Pondicherry, Tamil and law ministers of Karnataka, with close associated with. And also the family side, now he is blessed with a wonderful family with wife Suma Vijay Shankar, supporting him as co-manager, and two sons working in IT industry, one of them in management. And apart from the family, FDPPA, Navi.org and Cyber Law College are his other family members. So I have a slide to show Navi sir in a nutshell. There are many things, but I cannot read out because he is an educator, he is a banker, he is a management consultant, he is a neuro legislation expert, a data protection officer, and many more. I can keep on talking. There are 20-25 things out there. Thank you all. Thank you. And I am proud honoring Navi sir for this award. Thank you.
அடுத்ததாக திரு பாலு சுவாமிநாதன் Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 presented to Thiru Bala Swaminathan in appreciation of outstanding contributions on improving criminal justice in cyberspace. Thiru Bala Swaminathan Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 presented to Thiru Bala Swaminathan in appreciation of outstanding contributions on improving criminal justice in cyberspace. அடுத்து திரு நாவி Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 presented to Thiru Vijay Shankar Nagarjuna Rao Navi in appreciation of outstanding contributions on improving criminal justice in cyberspace. Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 presented to Tirukondaraman in appreciation of outstanding contributions on improving criminal justice in cyberspace.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for the opportunity to Cyber Society of India and the association with Explora and Spell. And the dignitaries who are present on the stage, the Honorable Justice Bharata Chakravarti and Arulraj, Navi, and Ram, Balu Swaminathan, and many more others. I wanted to talk about so many things, but after hearing Mr. Balu speaking about Suhas Katti case and Navi about his Umashikar case, almost they have covered. So, a couple of things what I want to bring is, one is the internet, the era of computers which started in 70s initially, and then internet which started with the ARPANET and later on opened onto the public domain. Whether it's advantage or disadvantage, that's the couple of things what we wanted to think, right? On one side, if you see, it is the greatest boon. The invention of internet and computers have changed mankind like anything. Without internet, today we can't think of anything. And it's a boon, like we have seen in the COVID pandemic. In the COVID pandemic, 2 years when we are not able to come out, the schools were functioning, even the courts were functioning, even we had many online cases being heard. So that's on the best part of the internet and the computers which has been come in place. At the same time, it is a sword with a double-sided edge. The cyber criminals on the one side, they are also coming up. Like every day in Bangalore, 100 cases are getting registered. In Bangalore city alone, 100 cases of cyber crimes are getting registered. Even Mr. Balu would have witnessed. Even similar cases in Tamil Nadu and all over India, right? So, the internet and the computers, which is a boon on one side, and also a difficulty of criminals, and without seeing the criminal, the money is being siphoned from the accounts. The couple of cases which we spoke about. One is a criminal case, which is a Suhas Katti case. The first conviction which happened in all over India, that's in Tamil Nadu. And the second case, for the adjudication case, again in all over India, it took place from the IT adjudicator of Tamil Nadu. I was grateful to Navi sir and others who gave me an opportunity to submit the arguments in the Madras High Court for S. Umashankar versus ICICI Bank. So, a couple of my team members who were involved in that case was, one is Chinmay Sahu, who is here, and one was Shripati, who is having a chamber in she's Chinmay Sahu, who gave Navi spoke about 65 D certificate. The first 65 D certificate was given for Suhas Katti case. Similarly, for S. Umashankar, the 65 D was given by Chinmay Sahu. So that was the thing. The big crux of the case, I don't take much time since Navi has covered. The phishing mail which came in S. Umashankar case, he gave his user ID and password. But the interesting fact in this case, what we brought to the court, was the mail came from customer care at the rate ICICIbank.com. So this was the mail ID which came. So this difference what they took, the bank took was, since the user ID and password has been compromised, it is nowhere bank is related. Nowhere bank is related because it's in the terms and condition, user ID and password is the responsibility of customer, right? But in this particular case, the domain ID itself came from ICICIbank.com. One of the argument point was, nobody can take that mail server. The server of ICICIbank.com, that's where 65B came into place, where we went to GoDaddy.com and we brought in the code. the ICICIbank.com belongs to only ICICIbank.com and nobody else can forge it. Like it's called cyber squatting. So what defense was saying is a question of cyber squatting. With a simple SMTP, anybody can send mail from anywhere. That's a simple mail transfer protocol. But that was not the case in this particular case. And further in the phishing mail, there were two subdomains which also said for verification. That was also subdomain of ICICI, unfortunately. That was the first instance. Second instance was when 6,46,000 was sent to another ICICI bank account. The bank informed the customer after 1 day. Immediately, the second day they informed. That means to say, the bank had the facility in order to identify the bulk amount which is getting transferred. With the first instance, because it went into 5 transfers, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, and then 1,46,000. If the first 1 lakh it was ordered to the customer, then I would have blocked the account. That was the second stand what we do. And the third negligence part. Out of this 6,46,000, an officer said, some of the amount which was overdue in another account which got transferred, that was a dormant account. That was the third part of the negligence of the bank. From this dormant account, there was an overdue of some 40 or 45,000. The bank took the money, 35,000 rupees. So the bank took the money. So once in the criminal practice or in criminal procedure, if somebody has made a theft and they are taking from that, they are also thief. So we said, we said bank is also thief in this particular case. So the argument, Nabi said there was senior advocate who appeared and it went for half a day. You don't believe the second full half went for that, and the Honorable Justice P.T. Arya, one of the finest judge, whomever I met today, the way the questions were put across to me, and Navi presented as, I need to tell this, Navi presented as a subject matter expert. Before coming to preparing my arguments, Navi gave me 3 volumes. Not only this much. By the time I understand what he is trying to say, it took at least 1 month to me. After that, we summarized and Navi appeared as the subject matter expert. After that, we took over and submitted our arguments. And during the arguments, the way the judge questioned, it was amazing. The fact and from which the mail ID came, there was no NRI signature in that. It's the fault of you only. And at a point in time, it was like 50-50, you want to take it or leave it. So that's where Navi said that after 14 years, when we approached Uma Shankar, this is the thing what we say, what you want to say. Uma Shankar took a stand, no, we'll go. Whatever it happens, we'll see. And after that, after final arguments were submitted, we waited for almost 3 months. And finally, order came in our favor. And as in Hinduism, that Vanamasa of 14 years. Navi's Vanamasa of 14 years came to an end. And me, Chinmay Sahu, and Shripati were a small bit of peace in that case. Thank you so much. The Cyber Society of India is doing excellent in contributing to the cyberspace of cyber law, cyber crimes, and data privacy. And the support from Exnora and the Spring is tremendous in order to get this going, because cyber laws is still in a very nascent stage. Even though we have done this, is maybe from LKG we have come to first standard. Still a very, very long way to go in cyber laws and cyberspace. So I wish the Cyber Society of India will become global. And all the best for giving us an opportunity for this. Thank you so much.
Honorable Justice Bharat Chakravarti, distinguished awardees of today, the distinguished members on the dais and off the dais. Very happy afternoon. So let me, I think the last 1.5 hours has been one of intense discussion around cybercrime. Just I will take a 1-minute diversion. Football being the current topic. Who is going to win tomorrow's FIFA World Cup? Okay. See, nobody can be certain, 100% certain. Right? So if I ask you another question, India is current rank in Global Innovation Index is 44. When will India become the first rank in the Global Innovation Index? Right? Yeah. Nobody can be certain again. But we all can be certain on one trend. right? 100% we can be certain. Is operation also can be controlled. But the digital transformation, industry after industry is going on to digital. It's disrupting old processes, and that we are seeing so many new challenges coming up with the digital. One of the important things, I am getting my fears because right now metaverse is still in the nascent stage. Metaverse is an immersive component of the universe, right? So today we are in the realistic world. Very now and then we get into a Facebook and we get immersed. Even in Facebook, people spend like 4 hours, 5 hours, right? But there is what is coming. This metaverse is going to be an immersive world. You are going to be teleported. So you wear those virtual reality headsets, then you are transported into a new world. People are going to spend at least 1 to 2 hours every day, starting 2026 in the metaverse. So metaverse is not anymore some gaming. This is going to be business. This is going to be, you are going to do a lot of transactions. Whatever we are purchasing today online, we will be seeing on the metaverse, right? And then making immediate purchase decisions. So, and the other aspect of the metaverse is avatars. You can have avatars. Like suddenly you want to act like Rajini, or you want to act like Dhoni, right? You can take avatars and then do whatever you want with the avatars. So I don't know, from a legal cybercrime point of view, it adds another level of complexity, right? The dimension. So, and the volume of people who are going to be there in the immersive environment is also going to be huge. So that gives me really a fear that we are still in our nascency in terms of tackling it. So prior to 2020, we have been talking about VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. But VUCA, after the COVID arrival, it has moved to Bonnie. Bonnie is the new term. Brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensive. Right? Brittle. Brittle means you have very little strength in the pillars. Right? You have one. We see so many businesses that got wiped out during COVID. Right? So similarly, cyber security could be if you are not strong, you can be as brittle as getting wiped out. So that is a very, very important element. Then anxious, non-linear, incomprehensible. These are all dimensions of the new business world, right? We have to deal with. So I'm not going to get into the details because of time, but they're very, very important that we understand and we are ready, right? More and more chaos in terms of the structures, in terms of the way business operates, and things like that. So when we come to Spin Chennai with a small incident, so when Ram asked me after seeing the agenda, there is a justice, there are so many senior lawyers, senior police officers. So what does you going to do with this, right? You will Spin Chennai, right? That was that question. So I told her, in the case of cyber world, the crime and other things which are post facto have to be dealt with by law and police, right? But the people who create, or as somebody said, technology creates as well as gives the solution as well. So from that perspective, the Spin Chennai, for those of you who are not aware, is a more than 25-year-old organization affiliated to Carnegie Mellon Software Engineering Institute and ISATA, the global body. So we have more than 4,000 member ecosystem in Chennai. We are one of the 100 spins in the world, across the world. We are one of the most active we regularly conduct whole lot of process improvement workshops. SPIN stands for Software Process Improvement Network. Right? So when the software engineering as a discipline evolved in Carnegie Mellon University, earlier US Department of Defense was the first one to create those software processes. And then they said, the whole world is going to be software in the future. We need to have systematic discipline in terms of creating the software. Otherwise, we are going to end up in chaos. So that is when they came up with the capability maturity model, people CMM model, various models, and they wanted to evangelize this across the world. That is how the SPIN forums were formed. And today we are in this 27th year at Chennai, and there is a very vibrant forum. Some of the members associated with SPIN Chennai include Infosys, Wipro, NTE Data, Capgemini, Createch, Indian Software, Wavtech, SRM University, and several others. More than 4,000 plus members. We take GDPR, we take BS 7799, Malcolm Baldrige, whatever be the models, Agile, Kanban, right? We have the experts. SPIN Chennai has got the expertise in processes, right? Surrounding all of these. So that is our strength. It has been pioneer in promoting high maturity and quality management practices, including Six Sigma, Lean, balanced scorecard, blue ocean strategy. This is the cybersecurity world. You have OWASP, top 10, top 15, top 20. Those are very important. So if you take care of those processes, then the loopholes for cybersecurity attacks become reduced. That is very, very important. Coming to today's Lifetime Achievement Awards. Why do we do this Lifetime Achievement Awards? Very, very important question. See, the society instituted an award to honor outstanding people who have made profound and exceptional contributions in the field of cyberspace. So we saw how the four of them were coming together and creating history, right? This really, I was feeling so touched that whatever they did at that point may have sounded like a normal thing, right? They all acted on something they had in their hand. But in hindsight, if you look at it, it is very, very profound. So it is like when Edwin Aldrin and Armstrong, they stepped on the moon, right? For them, there would have been a completion of the process, fulfillment of the process. But it is still remembered today after so many years. Same way, this historic case of Mr. Balu, Mr. Navi, Mr. Arulraj, Mr. Kollywood coming together and creating history is really simply fantastic. I felt like we are part of a historic occasion. So on the one side, we recognize them, right, to honor outstanding people. Second, to inspire and encourage other members of the profession to emulate these awards, right, and consider them as role models and work for their own as well as the profession's betterment and exaltation through creditable work and significant contribution. So that is the second purpose of this Lifetime Achievement Award. So myself and SPIN Chennai, when Mr. Balu came to me, talking about this, then I said immediately we should do it, right? And SPIN Chennai, I immediately checked with our steering committee, and then we decided to support this. Very wholeheartedly. I feel really proud and to be part of such elite members of the society. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank them for what they have done. To the Arulraj, District Judge retired, to Kollywood, Special Public Prosecutor, retired, to Balu Swaminathan, Cyber Balu, to Vijay Shankar, Nagaraj Rao, Navi. Right? So with respect to I felt like one point I want to make. If there is a movie maker, right, listening to all this, right, it is a plot for a fantastic movie. The fact that the Subhas Katti, right, Moa Shankar, these are all cases where actually a movie can be made, right, very, very historic. With respect to Mr. Cyber Balu, I would like to narrate one incident and close my talk. This happened during 2017-2018, around that time. I was conducting the FICCI e-commerce summit. E-commerce was going, big time. We had called for a panel discussion around the challenges and issues facing e-commerce, right? And I invited actress Gautami to moderate the panel, right? And she also accepted. And I invited Balu as one of the speakers. This role was to talk about cyber security and the other dimensions with respect to e-commerce, right? So till the last day of till the day the conference was going to be held, Ms. Gautami could not, she was very busy, so she could not meet the panelists or discuss anything at all. So Mr. Balu was mentioning, அம்மா என்ன சொல்ல போறாங்க தெரியல, இது வரைக்கும் பேசவே இல்லை அவங்க அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப I was feeling very slightly anxious and excited. So luckily on that day we were also a little bit worried whether she will make it or so just 1 hour before we got the call, and then 30 minutes later she was there and she immediately called for a small meeting. And she said that each one will get their time slot, and then Mr. Balu started talking about these cases, and it was like a 1 hour 15 minute panel, and what happened was Gautami was sitting there and she was not moderating. So when Mr. Balu started talking the incident and everyone was actually, so eagerly listening, she just left it, right? So we were trying to tell her. She said, then she said, whenever I am from the movie industry, I go by the audience. So if the audience starts liking something, then we go with it, right? So, so it was so the case and the way he articulates is so absorbing that others did not get much time, right? But nevertheless, everyone went and came back excited and enjoyed. So once again, I would like to thank Cyber Society of India for inviting me and Speech Chennai to participate in this event, and to I would like to congratulate and thank the awardees for their glorious contributions over the years, and would request them to continue the service for the benefit of the industry. Lifetime achievement has to continue. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful speech. You told about actually I thought of two not spectators, bystanders. They have to because one Malayalam movie, but I have not given details, but already Shiva, I think. அந்த ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை பார்த்த வெக்கர்ஸ் 10 லட்சம் வாங்கி எப்படி கொடுக்க போறதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சுட்டு அவங்க மாடல் பண்ண போவான். அது ஏடிஎம்ல இருக்கும். சூப்பர் பிளேன். அது என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாங்கன்னா, கிரைம் நடந்துட்டா என் விட்னஸ் சொன்னா அவங்க ஃபேமிலியை சஃபர் ஆகும், இதெல்லாம் இருந்தா கூட என்னுடைய டாக்டருக்கு வந்தா என்ன பண்றது, நான் சொல்லுவேன்னு சொல்றான். மர்டர் பண்ண வந்தா அதுக்காக வரல, என்னுடைய இதுலயே ஆயிடுச்சு, நீ விட்னஸ் சொல்லலாம் மர்டர் பண்ணலாம்னு வந்தேன் அப்படின்னு சூப்பரா இருக்கும். இது வந்து இந்த மெசேஜ் போடும். ஏன்னா எனக்கென்ன இந்த எனக்கென்னு போகும்போதுதான் அப்ரோச் நடக்குது. இவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி நான் நிறைய கருத்து சொல்லியிருக்கேன், நானும் சொல்லியிருந்தேன், அதெல்லாம் என் பேரெல்லாம் வராது, இது கருத்து சொல்லிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். தேங்க்யூ.
கவுன்சில் ஆஃப் இந்தியா அவர்களை அழைக்கின்றேன்.
Honorable Mr. Justice D. Bala Chakravarti, respected Master Mr. my senior Sri Jayarajan, Dr. B. Rajaram, Mr. M.A. Raghunath, Sindhu Pari, Mr. Balasubramaniam, the awardees, my esteemed friend, my family friend, Mr. S. Balu, Mr. D. Arulraj, the District Judge retired, Mr. Navi,
and Mrs. Kodanraman, and respected Mrs. Julie Pushpa, District Judge in the US Court. Degrees on the dais and the players. It is an immense pleasure for me to participate in this lifetime achievement award ceremony organized by the Explorer and Cyber Society of India. I want to say something about the recent past. I have conducted a number of cases. The cyber crime which has been involved. The one case, the very sensational case. I don't want to take much time because already we have crossed when we are went and approached the honorable judges. He used to say that judge will immediately put a question, how long your function will go. We will say live only. It will go only 1 hour. Then judge will say that not to cross 1 hour. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then while reaching the auditorium, he says that it will take 1.5 hours. Now you have crossed more than 2 hours. This is brother technology is very passionately is watching everything. So the case is in the year 2011 is the Unbiased son has been murdered. Then a lot of agitations went on more than a month and strife everywhere. Who murdered him? What is the reason for murder? All the association, myself, Arulraj, and everybody has filed an application before the court. Habeas corpus petition. The court also took it a very firm stand and the directions one after another directions has been issued. And the team of the state police has been constituted to find out the culprit. But you know what happens subsequently? As usual, that we said no, hope the state police will find out the culprit. Therefore, please kindly transfer the matter to CBI. The state immediately on the day it came, they said the matter to be transferred to CBI. We have no any institution. Then the matters went on CBI. CBI came to the conclusion it's a case of murder. No, it's not a case of murder, it's a case of suicide. Then the members of the bar are very agitated everywhere. How could you say that it's a case of murder?
As an apprentice and then later got appointed as the state prosecutor in 1972 to conduct prosecution at Magistrate Courts, Madras. He retired in 1996 on superannuation. Mr. Kollywood was the special public prosecutor for conduct of the landmark case of Subhas Katti before the additional metropolitan magistrate. That is a short profile just given to me. Thank you.
நம்முடைய தலையாய பிரச்சனையுமே சைபர் கிரைம் தான். இதுல பாதிக்காத யாருமே இருக்க முடியாது என்கிற போன வாரம் எனக்கு நடந்தது. இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து எல்லாருக்கும் மெசேஜ், அர்ஜென்டா ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் இருக்கேன், அது இப்ப நிறைய ரூபாய் கேட்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க, 15,000 கொடு 18,000 கொடுன்னு. அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு 200 கால் பேச வேண்டியது. அதே மாதிரி இது நிறைய காலம் வந்தது. ஆனா இப்ப நிறைய பேர் அதுக்கு ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு வந்துருக்கு. அடுத்ததாக இங்க இந்த சைபர் கிரைம்ல பாலு சார் வந்து நான் கொண்டாடுறது. இப்ப நம்ம பொதுவா என்ன சொல்றதுன்னா, நம்ம வந்து ரீல் ஹீரோக்களை கொண்டாடுறோம். சினிமாவில நிறைய ரசிகர் மன்றம் வச்சிருக்கிறோம், அவங்க தான் ரீல் ஹீரோஸ். இப்ப இந்த விருது பெற்றவர்களெல்லாம் ரியல் ஹீரோஸ். அங்கீகரிக்கணும், பாராட்டணும், ரியல் ஹீரோஸை பாராட்டணும். நான் பாலு சாரை பத்தி சொல்லும் போது எனக்கு நீண்ட நாளா தெரியும். இந்த சைபர் கிரைம் தான். பொதுவா என்ன சொல்றோம்னா, சமூகத்துல எதுக்கு ஒரு வேலைக்காக வரணும்னா அவனை சுத்த சைபர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவான். ஒருத்தர் தன்னோட பேருடைய அடைமொழியா சைபர் பாலு, பாலசுப்ரமணியனா யாருக்கும் தேட வேண்டியது, சைபர் பாலுன்னா தான் தெரியும். இதை விட என்ன வேணும்? இந்த அமைப்பு ஒரு தலைவர் இருக்கிற அவரோட போன் நம்பர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே சைபரா இருக்கு. போன் நம்பர் கூட சைபர். எனவே இந்த சுத்த சைபர்கள் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து நம்ம சைபர் கிரைம்ல இருந்து நம்மளை பாதுகாக்கிறாங்க. இவர்களை கொண்டாடுவதற்கான நல்ல செயல்களை செய்பவர்களை கொண்டாட வேண்டும் என்கிற வேண்டுகோளோடு சுற்றுச்சூழலை பாதுகாக்கணும். இப்ப தமிழகத்துல எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதுலயே நம்பர் ஒண்ணு எதுன்னா நீர்நிலைகள் அப்படின்னு எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா, இந்தியாவிலேயே அதிக நீர்நிலைகள் காணப்படும் மாநிலம் தமிழ்நாடு. வடிவேலு ஒரு படத்துல சொல்லுவாரு, எங்க ஊர்ல கிணத்தை காணும்னு. நான் சொல்றது தமிழகத்தில் ஏரிகளை காணும். ஒருத்தர பாடல் பாடி நாம் இழந்திருக்கோம். நிதி ஆயோக் சொல்றாங்க சென்னை வந்து 2020 நல்ல வேலை 22 வந்துட்டோம். 20க்கு அப்புறம் தண்ணீரே இருக்காதுன்னாங்க. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம தண்ணீர் இருக்கிறது, மக்கள் பங்கேற்போடு நீர் மேலாண்மை, நாங்க சொந்தமா கொக்கிலாம் வச்சிருக்கிறோம். ரிட்டர் ஃப்ரீயா கொடுத்து அந்த நீர்நிலைகளை மீட்டெடுக்கிறோம். தமிழகம் பசுமை பரப்பாகணும்னா 262 கோடி மரங்கள். இப்போ வந்து தெலுங்கானால வச்சுட்டாங்க 243 கோடி மரங்களை 8 ஆண்டுகள் வச்சிருக்காங்க. தமிழகம் ஆனா இந்த ஆண்டு அறிவிச்சிருக்காங்க 262 கோடி மரங்களை வைப்போம் என்று சொல்லி அதுல மக்களை இணைக்கிற பணியில் நாங்கள் இருக்கிறோம். இந்த பேராளுமைகளை கொண்டாடுவது பெருமகிழ்ச்சி என்று சொல்லி விடைபெறுகிறேன்.
நன்றி. நீங்க பிசிக்கல் ஸ்பேஸ என்வரன்மெண்ட் கிளீன் பண்றீங்க, நாங்க சைபர் ஸ்பேஸ கிளீன் பண்றோம். அதனாலதான் நமக்குள்ள தொடர்பு. அப்புறம் வந்து என்னோட ஒரு ஸ்பேஸே சேர்த்துக்கிட்டேன், பட்டுக்கோட்டை கல்யாண சுந்தரம் ஊரோட சேர்ந்தவங்க பெருசா ஆகும். அதனால நான் சிறப்பா ஆகணும்ட்டு. ஆனா ஆரம்பத்துல என்னுடைய பேட்ச்மெண்ட்டே நீ ஒரு சைபர் பாலம் பாரு, அதாவது என்ன கிண்டல் பண்றது, உனக்கு பூஜ்ஜியம், உனக்கு தான் அவன் தெரியாது. அது பூஜ்ஜியத்தை குறிக்கிற சைபர். அப்ப அது ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ். இப்ப ஸ்பேஸோட என் பேரு, இது தானா வந்த பேரு சைபர் பாலம். அது ஒரு பெருமையாக வேற ஒன்று.